Guess who's calling? Hey, boy.
Hello, sunshine.
What? I've been trying to get hold of you, son.
Listen, you trying to get hold of me at
2 a.m. Nah, mate. You should be.
You ready to go at day one?
I'm ready to go, man. How are you? Let me see what you're doing in the gym. Oh, you're doing some baby weights there, boy. You're doing some baby weights there, boy. Mate, the last time we got on, mate, you kind of got a spider bite, so I was like wondering what's going. Yeah, so I'm ready to rock and roll. You tell me, man.
I'm ready to rock and roll, seriously.
Yeah?
I'm ready to go, yeah. I look forward to seeing you soon, because you make me laugh and you're entertaining.
Listen, pinky promise?
First mate.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the first mate.
You ready, yeah?
Yeah, I'm ready to come and have a great fight with you, and I'm ready for you to entertain us.
Yeah? Oh, then cool, man. Listen, it's all about entertaining, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the entertainment.
Listen, I appreciate the call at 1:30 a.m. I'm sorry I didn't answer because I was deep asleep.
Oh, yeah? Anyway, there's Joe right there FaceTiming me. He answered the phone at the end, and he's definitely confirming the fight is happening. So it's rock.
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready. And I know you're ready too. I know you've been training hard, so
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Listen, you let me know. Yeah, so we do the deal done, and then let's get the lawyers into it. Man. See you later, bro. Take care, man.
I'll see you very soon. Have a good day.
So it appears that Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora are very close to having a fight confirmed, and quite soon too. So the 1st of May, so just under 2 months out from fight night. Little surprising that it is that soon. Not so sure really what the rush is. I mean, I can understand for Chisora, he wants action and activity. Parker just coming off a 12-round fight. Possibly for him, given he's just announced that he's split with trainer Kevin Barry. You know, a few more months extra with a new trainer would be beneficial, but I guess seemingly he's going to head into that fight either with a new trainer or someone just temporarily, whatever the case may be, and he'll rely on his current skill set, you'd have to imagine, for the most part. Clearly, they'll game plan what they want to do against Derek Chisora. Bearing in mind this was a fight that almost happened in 2019 until Joseph Parker pulled out due to a suspected spider bite. So I guess they've already done this sort of reconnaissance work back in 2019, and this seemingly is a fight that Joseph Parker and his team really like, that they have wanted for some considerable time, even after it fell over and Derek Chisora went off and fought other opponents, having a pay-per-view fight just last year against Alexander Usyk. There's always been a push by Team Parker to get that fight made. So clearly they think it's a good style matchup, and it could prove to be something for Joseph Parker with the way that Derek Chisora often likes to fight. And he is, there to be hit, but he also swings big bombs. Perhaps the style matchup is going to be a bit more kind to him than the Junior Fa fight, and I think it is. He's due for a performance. You got to say Joseph Parker has had a pretty lean couple of years. A few tune-ups where he didn't look fantastic, and then obviously the Junior Fa fight where he won, but not really in impressive fashion. There's still some question marks about Joseph Parker, the what next, and obviously now a new trainer, but he is certainly due. And I think for fans, this could be a good fight for Parker in terms of the style matchup, and for Chisora, it's another payday, and probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest out there right now for Chisora. And that's primarily the reason, and I've said this in previous videos, that Chisora in the last few months, as Joe Joyce sort of drifted off out of the picture, why he was chasing Parker so hard. David Higgins, he's been out in the New Zealand media, that's Parker's former promoter but current advisor and manager, talking about, look, we need to get the deal done pretty much immediately so Joseph Parker can begin his camp, etc. And if it is going to be in the UK, well, they have to work out all the logistics with getting over there, quarantining, or building all that sort of stuff into it. So could be a little bit messy, but I guess just coming off that camp for Junior Fa, perhaps another camp, he's obviously still in shape. It's not going to be as arduous, or, he won't necessarily have to have as long because he should be sort of in fight shape now. It'd be interesting, though. It's one of these things that they said that they had to have this fight with Junior Fa. They've been sort of holding it down to the pandemic, but then immediately after, this fight crops up and they're like, yep, we're off to the UK, I'm going to have that fight. So, but as I've said before, they had that fight in New Zealand for multiple reasons, and the pandemic just happened to be the one that they could sort of sell in public. Hey, we can't get other fights, but clearly you can, and if you have the will, you can go elsewhere. But I guess that's by the by. I know a lot of people after that recent fight, though, with Junior Fa, a little bit down on Joseph Parker, given some of the performance, and it has been, as I said, a bit of a lean trot, but there is an opportunity here for him to put himself back on the map and get back to world level fights. If he wins this against Derek Chisora, even if it is a scrappy and maybe not a pleasing sort of fan-friendly fight, he can still get into bigger and better fights off the back of this. But I think this will be a better fight for him to show his sort of wares. But hopefully, we actually see the best of both guys. And Chisora has, in the past couple of years, looked pretty decent in some good fights. Obviously, he's lost most of them, though. But he has had certain levels of performance against the likes of Artis Bilka, David Price, Carlos Takam, where he's got good results and looked pretty good in some of those fights, especially highlight reel knockout against Takam, although 3 years ago. Highlight reel knockout against Bilka, and obviously David Price lost that one as well. So there is something to be said that Chisora is a very, very good gatekeeper, and if you're not good enough, the gate is closed. But we'll see in this one. I think Parker goes in a favourite, but there will be, I think, a lot of sentiment leaning towards Chisora, perhaps given recent events, but also even ahead of this fight. Some people just do not believe in Joseph Parker's skill set. And that was played out, I think, in the Survey Says video. And here is that survey. Over 2,000 votes that were in that one. And some people really got up in their feelings, had a few pretty nasty sort of comments, and a few people left other comments which they later deleted. But the thing is, the results are the results. People voted, that's how they feel. They're pretty split on Parker. Some people don't believe he's world level. That is the opinion of 79%, 21% thought he was world level, 79% either no or other iterations, changed trainer, has world level attributes, needs to improve, etc. Anyway, what do you make of this fight? Chisora Parker looking likely for the 1st of May, or at least in May. Drop a comment, loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.